Alright, so I have finished with adding that last round. We ended with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. We had to add that extra one, and I'll show you why here in a second. This ended up being a little bigger than I thought. So so that's how that's going to look, and we're going to finish this together so you can kind of see what's going on. Alright, so let's make sure that the wrong side is facing, and we're going to attach our separate one right side up. So when you flip it over, you'll see the correct side. Now, when you work in the round, there is definitely a front and a back. Let me see if I can show you, coming real close. Alright, so you know on a granny, when you're looking at a double crochet, it looks like 2 single crochets stacked on top of each other. There's 1, there's 2. You're not going to have that on the back of your work. Let me see if I can show you. See how different it looks? It just looks loopy back there. Where on the front is a distinct pattern. Alright, so you want that distinct pattern face down with the wrong side facing you. When you work in the round, you never have to turn your work like we were doing on our swatches. You're always working in the same direction. So that leaves a front and a back. What we're going to do to attach these, get my yarn set up. We're going to work a single crochet border in this red all the way around and make a little hanging loop. And while we're doing all that, we're going to work in all these straggly ends. So I'm going to start right over here in this corner, and I'm going to be working through 2 thicknesses, okay? Now, something I want to point out to you. I'm going to scoot this down a little bit so you can see. There we go. These holes line up on the front and the back. See how that works? So we're going to work into those as we go across. We're just going to work a single crochet all the way across. I'm going to start in this corner and work through the double thickness. Leave me a long tail there. Draw up a loop through both of them. Chain 1, and then I'm going to 3 single crochet in that corner. Why? Because it's a 3 chain corner. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got that fixed. Now we're just going to work across each stitch, single crochet through both thicknesses. You have the same amount of stitches on the front piece and the back. So that's going to work just fine. See how that's starting to look? Or you could do double crochets, you don't have to do single. Also, I used a size I hook because I had some really, this red is really kind of chunky. You don't have to use that size. You can definitely use a smaller size if you have worsted weight yarn, however big you want it to be. I'm just getting rid of scraps. Scrappy, scrappy, scrappy happy. You just do what you want with your scraps. And it ends up being prettier than the stuff you paid a lot of money for. That's crazy. Some yarns can be so expensive. If you want something with a high quality finish like a wool or a microfiber. I like Yarn Bee yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's really soft. I don't like scritchy yarn. See how that looks. Oh, I like this. Not bad for just winging it, huh? That's something that's common when you've done this as long as I have. You just start customizing stuff to make it be what you want it to be. Oh, oh, go back. One, two. All right, so that's what we have so far, connecting them. And I'm working that in to that corner. But what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to do some chains. So I have 1, 2, in this middle single crochet on the corner, I'm going to do some chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that'll make us a little hanger. All right, then I'll do my last single crochet there. Look at there, ain't that cute? If you want to get fancy, you could single crochet around that, but I'm not going to be fancy. I'm just trying to get this into a useful item. I'm too practical for pretty sometimes. And all we're doing, we're just working through each double crochet in each space all the way around through the double thickness. Ooh, I like this. Yep, it's gonna go pretty in my red kitchen. I don't know why I got hung up on red. I was just in the store one day and it jumped off the shelf at me. So let me show you what I'm doing here. Right here, you see that? There's 2 corners joined together right there. So there's 2 chain 3 spaces. Well, there's only 1 corresponding chain 3 space on the back, so I just kind of spread them out across both of those. 1, 2, there we go. Yep. It's not rocket science, you just kind of wing it. All right, I'm going to continue working my way around, and when I'm done, I'll come back. All right, so this is my completed Granny Square pot holder. Zoom out a little bit. Isn't that pretty? And all we did, we made a giant Granny Square. I need to cut that off. Made a giant Granny Square, and then made 4 little Granny Squares and connected them together with slip stitches with a hanger. Isn't that pretty? You can do it.